What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with the review for The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 12, you guys. Episode 7, and the episode was titled Ship Face, you guys. So before we get into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and are not subscribed, that means you guys are doing me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. Do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to my channel, turning on your post notifications, and sharing the video, guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let us discuss The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, shall we? Alright, guys, so this review is probably going to be a little bit lengthy because this episode, I'm going to be doing some impersonations in this one, and it was a good episode. To me, you guys might disagree, but I enjoyed this episode. So the ladies, we see them as they're going to be having a nightcap, so they're going to Diana's room. So the first people at Diana's room is going to be Erica and Crystal. And, they ask, oh girl, Diana, is she having a good time? And she was like, yes. I was like, are you really? Because you were just crying not too long ago. But okay, if she says she's having a good time, I believe her. So then Kyle and Sutton come down, as well as Dorit. Now I didn't see Renna, I didn't see Renna or Garcelle, so I don't believe they came. So Sutton and the strange thing in this scene was the fact that Erica and Sutton were having a conversation with each other, and they were talking about their exes. And Sutton was talking about her ex-husband, and Erica asked her, "Is he remarried?" She says no, and then Kyle says, "Well, what about your husband?" To Diana. She says, "Is he remarried?" She says, "Yes, remarried and divorced." But she says they ended, things amicably, and they're good friends, I guess. Whatever that means. So then Kyle talks about her ex-husband. She was very young when she got married to her ex-husband. Things didn't work out between them, but they managed to be great parents to Farrah. Then she says that, him and Maurizio, they're really good friends. Then Sutton is still talking about her ex-husband, talking about she's ready to get from up under his thumb. And, and she's like, however long that's going to take. And then she says that. So then, not Erica, but Sutton asks Erica, do you feel any sense of any responsibility for the shit that happened with Tom? And in Erica fashion, she says no. And at least Erica was honest about that. But honestly, when I sit here and think about it, should Erica feel any responsibility for what Tom did to his clients? Unless she was there when he was doing it, unless she knew about it, then maybe. But honestly, I don't think she should feel any type of way. I don't think she should feel any kind of responsibility, culpability, any of that when it comes to what Tom did. So then we move to the next day. So we see Dorit, Renna, and Kyle. They're talking. And then we see Sutton, Garcelle, and Crystal. They're talking as well. So what they're talking about is how the night before that Sutton and Erica were really, chatty Cathy's with each other. And with Renna, Dorit, and Kyle, they think that things can kind of mend themselves. I'm like, really? And with Garcelle, Sutton, and Crystal, they feel that when it comes to Erica, Erica is talking to Sutton because, hey, she just wants the ladies to stop talking about her, and coincidentally, the ladies are not saying anything about these cases with Erica and Tom. Which I know that filming wrapped before this newest lawsuit that came out, but damn, I hope Andy gets the cameras rolling by the time we get to the reunion. I hope the cameras are rolling because I would love to know what they got to say about this, them saying that Erica is, was like the face of the allegedly the face of the crime family. I would love to know what the women got to say about this all the stuff that has recently come out about Erica Girardi. So Sutton says to Garcelle and to Crystal that she would love to know why Erica said that she hated her and called her a bad name. And Garcelle looked at her and said, it's because you called her a liar. And then Crystal chimes in. I'm like, oh God, Crystal, they finna eat you alive. Social media, Twitter, y'all can't stand Crystal. I don't have an issue with Crystal. My thing with Crystal is I just wish that Crystal didn't hold shit in. Because that's what she says. She holds things in because she's internalizing it and trying to, kind of get it off of her back. Crystal, if you feel some type of way in the moment, you need to say that to the ladies. Like, don't tiptoe, don't walk on eggshells. Tell them straight up from the jump, like, yo, especially with, and I don't even like the way that Sutton talks to her at times, because it sounds like she's talking to a child. And I'd be like, you know what, Sutton, I don't like the way you talking to me. I don't like the fact that you call me a liar. I don't like the fact that you said this, and that. Address it right then and there, because the women think that Crystal is doing all of this stuff as being a victim, which I can see where they're coming from in that regard and in that aspect. It does make it look like Crystal wants to be this perpetual victim. So I do get that. I just want Crystal just to let the shit out when she needs to let it out. So you guys, let's pause here and move forward, because this is where the shit got funny. Alright, you guys, so the ladies are getting ready to go on a boat ride. Can I have a margarita, please? I'm drunk, girl, on 2 antidepressants and extra release Xanax. Oh, I just love drunk Renna and drunk Erica. Renna ain't really, I don't know if Renna was drunk, but I mean, I know Erica was. So, with Diana, you guys, I just don't understand Diana. I really don't understand her, because she's talking about the fact that she loves being on boats. She loves being on the water. She's chartered some boats. And I'm like, so the woman who has been on boats and chartered the boats is also the same woman that doesn't know what a outlet mall is, has never been to a store, doesn't shop for herself. Ma'am, you're a contradiction. You call Sutton a contradiction, but you're a contradiction as well. So you guys, the next few lines, because this is while we're on the boat, and the camera was panned on Erica. Oh my God, I'm lit beyond belief. I don't need Celine Dion to sing my motherfucking swan song. Oh God, I died laughing when she said that. I was like, where the fuck did that come from? Oh my God, I'm lit beyond belief. I don't need Celine Dion to sing my motherfucking swan song. And she was slurring. Yeah. So at one point they took her down below the deck, and she's talking to herself. You know, I used to have a boat. It was called the Illegally. It was very cool. It was what they call a yacht fisher. So we used to keep it in La Paz, and we used to go and fish. I was like, girl, what the fuck are you talking about? Brokey is missing her life. Like, she is reminiscing on the illegalities that Tom did, the money that Tom took from his clients and funneled into their private jet, into the yacht. Because, baby, she was drunk and slurring her words. And then what really threw me was when Erica was laying on that couch. This is Erica. I'm like, is somebody gonna go tell her to close your legs? Because I mean, her legs were cocked wide open like she was a man. Whew, Jesus Christ. I cracked up laughing. You guys, that scene was hilarious to me. And then she had on all of that body makeup. So we'll talk about that in a minute. So we see Garcelle, and it was in this moment that I looked at, when I was looking at Miss Diana, you could see that Diana doesn't like Garcelle, nor does she like Sutton. Because when they were trying to connect with her and talk to her, Garcelle says, well, do you have any siblings? She said, yes, she had a brother. He was unlived. And Sutton was like, oh, yeah, my dad, he took his life, and this and this and that. And in her interview, she's like, oh, when it comes to Sutton is always going to make things about her. And I was like, technically, in that moment, Sutton wasn't making it about her. I think what Sutton was trying to do was trying to find some common ground with your dumbass. Speaking of her dumbass, so last week, now I don't know the particulars of the Instagram post, but it was about her face, because she's had plastic surgery done. So they had a before and after picture of her, and she looks completely different. So I don't know who this woman was, but she made a comment on this person's Instagram page about How does it feel to be a black content creator? It must feel good to be a black content creator or something like that. And I was like, are you serious? And then she gonna sit there and try to play it up like in her country she don't know nothing about. I guess you're trying to say she don't know nothing about race or nothing like that. Diana, respectfully go to hell and fuck off. Like, I feel like with Diana, this should be her last season of Beverly Hills. We can take her diamond and we can give it to Cherie. Because that's actually when I found out that Cherie was joining Beverly Hills this season, I wanted Cherie as a full-time housewife. But then I found out that they had given it to Diana. And now that I look at Diana's scenes, I'm like, why did y'all give Diana this diamond? Is it because of next week's episode? Like, that's what I'm confused about. Why did y'all give Diana this diamond? And I'm wondering, like I said before in the previous episode review, you guys know how they do sometimes. Like with Claudia Jordan, she filmed all of Real Housewives of Atlanta. That season that she was on, she filmed it as a friend of. But then when they got to on that cast trip, when she read Nene, that is what got her peach. And the season was almost over at that point. So when they finally gave Claudia her peach, they then had to backtrack and film scenes around, film scenes as if they had filmed 3 months worth of filming with her, but they didn't. So I'm wondering if that's what happened with Diana. If it is, they could have kept it. Literally and figuratively, you could have kept Diana. And there's another housewife y'all could have kept. And we'll talk about her when I get to Dubai. Her and her husband saying the word nigga. So, I'm going to pause for you guys to move forward. I'm on a boat. If I could live my life, I'm going to lose my voice. If I could live my life cruising around the world, I'd forever be on this sofa saying, could you serve me chocolate chip cookies for breakfast? And for lunch, I would like a salad. And also for dinner, I would like a protein. What the fuck was she talking about? So Kyle says she likes seeing Erica like this. You like seeing Erica a hot ass mess and drunk? All right, Kyle, you ain't a good friend because I would not want to see my friend like that. So Erica asked Crystal if she had the option of a threesome, what would she choose? Would she choose 2 girls with her and her husband? Or would she choose 2 guys with her and her husband? I always hate it when you think about a threesome with men. When men think about a threesome with a woman, they always want the fantasy of another woman. Because they think that, I don't know if that's like a prize or whatever. I've never found it quite interesting. Well, actually, for me, I would like, I'm cool with either. I'm cool with whatever. If I was in a relationship and my girl said, hey, I want to have a threesome, I would give her I would say, what you want to do? How you want to have it? And she said, I want you and another guy. I'm like, cool. I really would be cool with it. Because I'm comfortable in myself and who I am. I'd be like, cool, let's do it. And she said, I want another woman. Fine, let's have at it. So Garcelle says, 2 women. How about me and you, Erica? I wouldn't want that drunkie. I would not want Erica in the bed with me because I would be too afraid that Erica is trying to sink her hooks into my husband so that way she can get back to that lifestyle that she was used to. So then they start playing It's Expensive to Be Me. I am with Sutton. Sutton says, I will not celebrate that song. Absolutely, Sutton. We are not going to celebrate that damn song. So Diana, at one point, she walked away from Garcelle and Sutton. She jumped into the water, and guess what happened? A jellyfish stung her. And Erica says, hey, Garcelle, go pee on a new girl. Oh, my God. This episode was centered around Erica, and I promise you guys, every scene, I was dead to the floor laughing because it was hilarious. So then at one point, I don't know what the fuck Erica was talking about. I know at one point she was talking about her mom and her being a Southern woman and how she is. Then she was talking about not working. I was like, what is Erica talking about? Then she went back to sleep with them legs cocked wide the fuck open. And when they got off that boat, all that body makeup Erica had on, it was on that couch. Oh, I'll pay for that. With what money? With what money? Who you guys? This episode was good to me. You guys, let's pause here and we're going to wrap up the episode. So, we see the ladies as they all are getting ready to go to dinner. I was hella confused. What the fuck did they have on? Sudden looked like Lil Bo Peep. Garcelle, I don't know what that dress was that Garcelle had on. It was ugly. Renna had on vintage, whatever the hell she had on. It was ugly. Kyle, all I could see, never mind. I don't know what they had on. They looked a mess. So they sit down and Garcelle tells the women like, hey, I'm having the birthday party next week. You guys don't have to bring a gift. And Kyle then was like, you don't have to bring a gift, but bring a gift. So then she says, Renna says that, well, you guys know I'm not going to be able to make it because Harry has a movie that he's premiering, and I'll be in New York with that. And Garcelle then says, well, I wish you would have come, Renna, because, Denise is going to be coming. And I was like, oh, shit, Denise is coming. So I wonder will we actually see Denise on next week's episode. But Denise's only issue is really with Renna. She doesn't have an issue with most of the women. It's just with Renna. And the issues that Renna did in season 10. Which for Renna to say that they were friends of over 20 years, how do you stab your friend in the back behind a nutcase like that trash box Brandy Glanville? You guys, I have not watched the Ultimate Girls Trip season 2. I haven't watched that yet. I know they released the first 3 episodes, and that's the one thing about Peacock that I do hate that they do. They release the first 2 or 3 episodes, and it makes it hard for me to review. But I'm gonna watch it probably over the weekend. I might watch it tomorrow, which is Friday, and then we'll try. I can't guarantee you guys that I'm gonna review it, but I'm gonna try. It's really gonna be hard for me to review Ultimate Girls Trip because there are so many people on that show that I just don't like. Phaedra is one of them. Brandy Glanville is the second one, and then Eva Marcel. I don't see it for Eva after her stint on Housewives of Atlanta. I'm cool with the people being shady, but don't be the type of person that's gonna be shady and they're like, oh, I don't remember saying that. Nah, baby, remember your shade. So Renna tells Garcelle that, about a month ago, I reached out to Denise. And they were like, really? You reached out to Denise? What did Denise say? I'm like, really? You reached out to Denise? So Denise doesn't have you blocked? Because shit, if I was Denise, I would have blocked Renna after that reunion. And then if Renna had reached out to me, if I was Denise, I would have told Renna, fuck you and your overinflated ass lips. But Renna says that Denise told her that she appreciated her reaching out to her. Garcelle in her interview texts Denise and asked her, did Renna text her? She said, when? She said, how many times have you talked to the bitch? She ain't talked to the bitch, that's the problem. So, Garcelle, she addresses Diana. And she says, this actually Diana says it's her first time being on a girls trip. And she asked, they asked, how do you feel about all of us? She says, I like all of you. Bullshit. So then Garcelle says, well, when Dorit was asking you last night about your book, you don't want to talk about it. It seemed very rude. So in her interview, she's talking about all the women that have been nice to her. It's just Garcelle. She's been very unwelcoming. Okay. Yeah, I really don't like her. The jury was out on her, but officially I can say I don't like Diana. Diana can go. So then she says, when it comes to talking about her bragging and boasting, she feels uncomfortable about it. That I can understand because when it comes to me, I don't like I don't like to brag and boast about myself. I don't like to talk about my accomplishments. So I'll slightly give her that. So then we see Sutton and Erica. They being fake friends. Sutton's talking about you got a date. Erica says, you do? Oh, bitch, he's hot. Then she's talking about, Sutton says, I don't want a boyfriend. Erica says, me either. I just want a lot of dick. I was like, what the fuck? Y'all, she cracked me up. She cracked me up. So you guys, they finish dinner. Then we see them They have another nightcap. I was like, wow. To be a rich white woman, to be able to just frivolously just say, fuck it. I ain't got to work tomorrow. Well, hell, I do have to work tomorrow, but shit. It's just, I have to put on this microphone and walk around with these cameras. the luxury. So, we see Diana. She's talking shit to Dorit and Kyle about Sutton. I was like, wow. But you literally just said you like all the women. Y'all, I can't with this woman. I can't with this woman. I can't with this woman. So we then see the end of the episode is when the ladies are leaving to go back home. So they're on that private jet, and I want you guys to tell me, what do you guys think about this scene? So Sutton, you can hear, you don't see it, but you can hear Sutton's microphone, and Sutton is saying, "Can I sit here with you guys?" And you can hear Diana saying, you know, now she didn't say it in a way that Sutton said it to Garcelle, but because all she said was, you know, I think we should, something like we should go back to the seats that we sat in when we came here. So Garcelle said, "What did she say to you?" She says, "Go back to," you know, she said it, but she said it in a different tone. And so Sutton asked Garcelle, "Were you sitting there when we came here?" She says, "No, I was sitting over there." Let me know if you guys think, I don't know how to feel about that. Was she being a little snarky? Yes. But was it in a way that Sutton repeated it to Garcelle? Not necessarily. But let me know what you guys thought about the episode. Leave your comments down in the comment section below and subscribe to the channel. Turn on those post notifications and share the video. And until the next time, you guys stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Wear a mask, you guys. Socially distance. Be blessed. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.